The playoffs are in full swing as we welcome you to this postseason contest on EA Sports. Two of the 7 contenders for the Lamar Hunt Trophy are set, and we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Hand off to the back. And they had that one contained right at the line. The play brought to an end by Logan Wilson. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. Nix from the gun. The throw finds Evan Ingram. And he'll go down after fighting his way into the 32. It's a gain of 12 there. And the Broncos will have a first down. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Play action with Nix. That's complete to Ingram along the sideline. And he goes out a little short of the 40. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains. 1st and 10 from the 41. Give now to the running back. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Nix off the play action. Oh, put some heat on this deep ball. They connect on the deep shot. Touchdown, Denver. Will Lutz now on for the extra point. Extra point sent in through the rain. And the Broncos will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. The drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
First give of the game here to Chase Brown. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Here we go.
2nd and 12 behind the sticks. That one's incomplete over the middle. Trying to get it to T. Higgins. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
On third down, here's Burrow. And this is going to be incomplete. Great looking catch, but he lost track of that sideline. Bounds. We've got fourth down.
The best of the best, they just have this intuition, Kate. They know where the boundary is without looking. This receiver's not quite at that level yet. He lost track of where he was, and he brought it in, but out of bounds.
Begins his return at the 16. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Officially a 69-yard punt. What a kick. And the Broncos get set to take over. They'll get this drive started. First and 10.
Let's go. 19, Tiger. 19, Tiger. Over 19.
Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. He cuts it to the right sideline. And he finally ends up out of bounds after a huge gain. It's a huge pickup on the play. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
Let's go.
He brings it in. And he gets it. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos pull out in front further, 13-zip. Going after tries good by Lutz. And the Broncos drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. He'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10.
Let's get set.
Play action now. Burrow. Gets it to his man, Mike Gesicki. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 22 on that one. And it'll be first down, Bengals.
On one, ready?
One play in, and already they're close to midfield.
Here we go, here we go.
Burrow setting up the play action. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down.
Here we go, here we go. Side.
Burrow from the gun. That throw finds Jamar Chase. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And it sets up a Cincinnati first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
They're set up at the 35 now.
Gun. Start.
Now a shotgun handoff to Brown. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
Second and 6 coming up here.
Here we go. 11 MT. Side.
They'll run again with Brown. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Third and long for him here. He's got it near the 10. And he's out of bounds after a nice pickup to the 10. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
They'll run with Moss. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. That's good for 6 yards. They're going to have 2nd and goal now at the 3.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Brown. And he's not going to reach the end zone. They bring him down at the 1. Just a couple on that play. It's going to be 3rd and goal.
Well, you get a little bit closer, but you can feel the pressure starting to mount. Unless you're committed to playing 4 downs here, this becomes a critical 3rd down call.
They've held him out twice. Here we go. 3rd and goal.
Let's get set.
Running with Dillon. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. Back-to-back stands from this front. No gain on the play brings up 4th and goal.
Well, this defense simply outplayed the offense here in these first 3 downs. And now they put this offense in the unenviable position of deciding what to do on 4th and goal.
Three plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll try it right with Brown. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. And he will not get there. They stop him on 4th and goal. What a stand to force that turnover on downs.
You know, Kate, it's almost like the defense was in the offensive huddle before the play. They dialed up the perfect blitz to encircle and cut off that run. And the reward is they get off the field.
And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
This close to your own goal line, they really don't want to risk a sack. That means, well, one option, run it and buy whatever breathing room you can.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And he's going to go. It's a big 6. Evan McPherson on to try the extra point. Bad weather doesn't affect that extra point. It's good. And the Bengals chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. And they won't return this, so with the new rules and because it hit in the landing zone first, the touchback will only come out to the 20. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Back to the air, Nix after the pick. Buys time, rolling right. He's on the move. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right, and even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the 1st down.
And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Logan Wilson has it. And forget the interception. He makes this a pick 6 touchdown. 2nd time he's had an errant throw taken back for 6 in this half, Brock. As a quarterback, how do you come back from this knowing there's so much game left?
How do you come back from it, or how do your family and friends come back from it? I know as I get older, I think about them more and more. As a competitor, you're just going to grit your teeth and do what you can. But for the loved ones following, that's a tough second.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. He fields it from the 8. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Back to the air following the pick six. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass.
Where offenses that connect in this intermediate zone are so effective. Getting a completion in that area, and not just sparks your offense, but it just turns that aggressive meter way up. They just couldn't quite find the connection.
Nix again on 2nd and 10. Connects with his back, Jaleel McLaughlin. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he works his way for a gain of 4.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you've got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
McLaughlin there to bring it in. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
They put a receiver in motion here left. From the 27. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. They'll throw again. Nix. And he has it in the end zone. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos take a 2nd quarter lead. Cortland Sutton, the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Lutz there to tack on the extra point. And the Broncos break that tie and now lead by 7. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
11 MT. Here we go. Here we go. Got
A give left side to Brown. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
Finds his man Chase. And what a hit there. Alex, she pays the price for moving the chains that time.
I'm sure Coach, play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
1st and 10 now. Here's Burrow. Catch made by Chase Brown. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. It's a pickup of 11. And it'll be 1st down, Bengals.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Now here he goes. And out of bounds Bengals right at the 40-yard line.
Well, you don't get the first down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right, they win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
2nd and 6 coming up here.
Here we go. Stop.
From the gun, a give to Brown. And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire first half. They drop him behind the line.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Stop.
Throw on 3rd down. That's caught for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right
11,
inside.
11.
Some good work to help reset those chains.
Brown on the inside give. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. We're to the 2-minute warning from the jungle. The Bengals driving ahead. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal.
Here we go, here we go. 12, 12, 12. Stop.
Here's Brown again. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
We're good, we're good.
Bengals have to move here. Clock's running as they hustle to the line.
11, Thomas. 11, Mighty. 11, Mighty. Stop.
Straight ahead, it's Brown. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
Let's go.
Bengals have to move here. Clock's running as they hustle to the
11,
line.
11.
A gain of 1 yard on the play. It's now 3rd and goal.
Stop.
On 3rd and goal, here's Burrow. Escapes the pocket. And they take this in for the score. The Bengals earn the chance to tie it before halftime. Joe Burrow with the touchdown. One after up and good by McPherson. And the Bengals tie this game at 21. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. This return starts at the 5. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's able to maneuver this up past the 30.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
Nix from the gun. He's on the move. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time in secondary, they got real sticky, stay tight, and force the throw away.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Nix. Throwing the out route complete. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that 1st down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Throwing on 1st down, Nix. It's caught, McLaughlin.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
From the 40 on second down. Escapes out to the left. And the coverage just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. It's exactly what the secondary did. And, of course, is the throwaway.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Out of the gun, it's Nix. That's into the hands of Franklin. And he's down inside the 35 before going out. It's a pickup of 26. And the Broncos will have a first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes teams break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Rolling left, buying some time. Now he takes it. And he's going to be out of bounds. Looks like a yard or two short of the 25.
Well, that's an excellent job by the defense. All eyes on the quarterback. When you're playing a quarterback that can escape, well, even though you cover, you still got to cover down and go chase that QB out of bounds before he can get the first down.
Second and 3 now. Nix looking to throw. McLaughlin's got it, complete. And he's going to go out of bounds just short of that red zone. Pickup of 5 on that play. And that'll be good for a Denver first. Here's Nix. Getting out to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be second down.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
Bertolet able to knock it through. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Huard, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. With this kick, we're back underway. A spot in the divisional round on the line. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go, here we go. Back.
Handoff headed left to Brown. He's contained at the line for no gain. John Franklin Myers coming in to clean things up. No gain there that time, and it's second and 10.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
Burrow out of the shotgun. Into the hands of Gesicki, complete. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And it sets up a Cincinnati first down.
Here we go.
Burrow from the gun. On target to his man Higgins. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
11. Dot.
2nd and 3. Flush down out to his left. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Just not much to do right there, whether he wanted to run it or throw it. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win for this defense.
Broncos bringing out an extra DB. 3rd down coming up.
Here we go.
On the ground, Brown. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. This one goes for 3 yards. And it'll be first down, Bengals.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
Let's get set.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line.
Dot.
Looking to throw, Burrow. That's going to be caught by all. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
11. 12. Dot.
Play action now. Burrow. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Here we go. 11 mighty. 11 MT tape. 11 MT tape.
Putting a receiver in motion.
Dot.
3rd and short, it's Burrow. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
You know, I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or just had a surprise break in concentration. So unusual to see one dropped unless there's a hit involved.
And on 4th down, out comes the Bengals field goal team and Evan McPherson. This a 52-yard attempt from the left hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that will tie things up in the 3rd.
Kate, if we weren't dealing with a little bit of wind out there, I'm not sure that kick has enough steam to make it. In track, they call that wind aided. In football, they call it 3 points.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And this won't be a return. It's going to be a touchback, but because it hit in the landing zone first, Brock, per the new rules this season, the ball comes out to the 20 and not the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. From the gun, they're going to hand it off. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
These stops, they don't always make the end-of-game highlight reels, but they absolutely should. The coaches and players know it. Offenses are always counting on yards on that type of run. And anytime it results in a loss, it could be a potential drive killer.
Throwing on second and real long here. Got a man, it's Marvin Mims. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on the drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
Here he is to throw on 3rd and 2. Complete beyond the marker. A gain of 27 yards there. And the Broncos will have a first down.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
Cut by Sutton. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
On first down, they'll run. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Back-to-back carries here. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to first down. But instead, defense, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on 3rd and short.
One yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Logan Wilson has it. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
Burrow setting up the play action. Has a man, it's Brown. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Ball at the 33 for first down.
Gun. Dad.
Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Wow, it has been such a good day offensively for the guys up front. That's actually the first sack by this defense.
Here we go.
And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more? Or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting?
Higgins makes the catch. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Brown will not get past the line. He's held up at the 4.
Keep scoring. 12.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
They'll try again from the 4. It's 2nd and goal.
Here we go. Stop.
Now a give. It's Brown headed right. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Bengals take a 4th quarter lead. McPherson to add the point after. Got a good plant in the rain there. The extra point flies through. And the Bengals break that tie and now lead by 7. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Plowing up the middle. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. 1st down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
From the 35 on 2nd down. This is hauled in by Ingram. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
On the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Nix from the gun. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that really well-covered Kate on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. They bring their tight end left. Nix again on 2nd and 10. Headed right through the middle of the field. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
Now might be a good spot to remind everybody, about for the 1000th time, how much better athletes these D tackles are today, Kate. A decade or 2 ago, they just ate up space. Now, they eat up running backs.
They motion a receiver left. Oh, look at this. Quick touch pass to the receiver. It's a Denver touchdown. So a chance to tie it up again here in the 4th. The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the 4th. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback.
On 1, ready?
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Let's get set. Stop.
Burrow back to throw. Escapes the pocket. It's out of harm's way after stringing together some nice yards on that run.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42.
Here we go, here we go. Stop.
They go play action here. Completed to his running back. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Second and 6 coming up here.
Gun. Dot.
From the 46. Cut by Deebo Samuel. They touch him down as he finds enough to pick up the first.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
New set of downs for him from the 46.
Here we go. Dot.
Now a shotgun handoff to Brown. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Hey, range is not an optional feature for middle linebackers in today's game. It's a prerequisite for the job. And this guy definitely has it. Followed that play from the start, and he ended it with a loss.
He's on the move. Thrown on the run, deep down that left side. Big gain downfield. He's got the Cincinnati touchdown. McPherson at the point after. Extra point sent in through the rain. And the Bengals break that tie and now lead by 7. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down. Here we go, second and 9. Escapes out to the left. They get an even 10 on that play. And that'll be good for a Denver first. We've reached the 2-minute warning from Cincy. Broncos losing by 7. First and 10 from the 41. Out of the gun, it's Nix. McLaughlin's got it, complete. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48. From the gun, here's a handoff. In the middle holds, they don't get anything on the run. Broncos have to hurry here, clock's still running. Here he is to throw. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up. Throwing now. Mims with the grab. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Handoff now from the gun. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
Second down now, 7 to go. Setting up to pass. Forced out to his right. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps East Drive moving. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
Ready up.
2 timeouts remaining and some time left to use them. It's 1st and 10. Tight end in motion left. He'll look to throw it. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Back to throw. And they got there in time. He's taken down. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
We've learned how valuable sacks in a pass rush are in today's NFL. It's a bit surprising, isn't it, Kate, that that's their first sack of the game, but they found other ways to produce success on both sides of the ball, and they finally pick up a much-needed sack on that stat sheet.
Escapes the pocket. And he's able to get this down to the 13. Denver calls the second of its 3 timeouts. Still 1 more in their pocket to use.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. He's got it to his running back. And that's a huge hit there, but he's still able to power through enough for a 1st and goal.
Oh, I love 4th downs. It just brings out the very best, and you get to see how you handle the most pressure, and it turns out they handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing.
They kick the running back in motion. To throw, here's Nix. And that's incomplete with 7 seconds left. Time for 1, maybe 2 more snaps.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
So the incompletion on 1st. Here's 2nd and goal. Motion man sent left. Shotgun snap to Nix. Gets it towards the end zone, but it's incomplete. The close game is going to stay close, Brock, so long as plays like that are being made in big situations.
Yeah, in these tight games, you got to have your defense making plays just like that in the red zone. Here we got a defender in particular coming through with a big hit to keep points off the board.
Buckle up, it's 3rd and goal. Running back sent in motion. One final shot here. he comes up with it. He went and got it. Touchdown. And now they can tie this or go for the win. I still don't think everyone has quite processed that touchdown as time expired, Brock, but they don't have time. They've got to make the biggest decision of the game right now. Do you force overtime or do you go for this win?
Well, you said a key word right there, processed. And this is a process. You spend the week planning it, you got the numbers behind it, but ultimately, Kate, this comes down to gut and feel. I say it every time in these moments. You've had to use the last 4 quarters to make this decision, and it better not have been right in the moment. You better have made it before this drive began.
Now for the kick that could force overtime. And he's good on that point after. They elect not to play for the win. They're saying they think they can win it in overtime. So overtime in the playoffs, Brock, things work a little bit different. And we know that some folks have been confused by this. So both teams guaranteed 1 possession regardless of who wins the coin toss here. And if after those 2 drives we're still tied, then an entire season comes down to who can score first. It has been a heavyweight fight to begin these playoffs, and we're not done yet. The kick is away, and overtime has begun. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback.
On 1, ready?
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
First throw of overtime now. Completes it to his running back, Zach Moss. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Burrow from the gun. Rolling left, buying some time. Massive hit. The ball is out. And the Broncos corral it. Along the right sideline, there's space. And this return will reach the end zone. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos parlay the turnover into a lead. So the Broncos ride out of here with a win on the road. And that was the type of game you can only hope for in the postseason, Brock. Couple of deserving teams laying it all out there, and they were finally able to get the win and keep their playoffs going. So for my partner, Brock Huard, and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott, saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. The Broncos are winners, as we say so long from Cincinnati.